Hey guys, so welcome to a very special Potter Projects. This is a huge tutorial I'm going to be doing on how to throw your own Yule Ball. Now this was a video request by the Me278 and I decided, hey, I have an extra Potter Projects I need to film and 'tis the season, so I decided to go with it. So hopefully you guys will find this helpful and you guys will be inspired to throw your own Yule Ball. Now, if you've been with us for over a year, you will know that last January 1st, I believe, if I remember right, we had our own Yule Ball here. Now, it was very small, but it was very beautiful, and we had so much fun. And we went kind of crazy for as small a gathering as it was. We went kind of crazy with all of our decorations and everything. So I'm just going to take you step by step through how to plan your own Yule Ball. Now first you have to decide your location and your numbers. Maybe those should be switched. But you have to figure out how many people you're going to have and then find a location. Whereas we only had, I think it was 6 people, so we just used the house we live in. So we were able to accommodate everyone by just using the 2 tables we had in our living room for the main entertainment. Now, if you're going to be holding a larger scale Yule Ball, you might need to rent a room out of a hotel or, you know, whatever is more convenient for you. So once you have your numbers figured out and your location, your time, date, all of the basic stuff, you need to think about your invitations. Now you can get really extravagant like this, or you can just go more simple like this. And that second option you can get just by using just scrapbook seasonal cardstock, stickers, and like was shown in the picture, I think in our Yule Ball invitations there was a snowflake that was just cut out of paper. And I really liked the idea that everyone who gets that you put a snowflake in each invitation, and that's kind of like your ticket into the Yule Ball. You have to have it to get in. And that's another thing you need to decide is if you're holding a larger scale Yule Ball and not just more for your friends, you need to decide if you're going to charge like $5, $2, $4, whatever. It depends on the grandeur of your Yule Ball. And you know, have them buy tickets or order tickets or however you want to do it. So next we'll touch on party favors. I really like this section because this is really nice. So what we did for our party favors is my friend Joe got these jewelry boxes. You can get them at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or Joann's, just a craft store basically, and filled them with the sparkly tinsel stuff. And then inside each box, these were on each plate of each guest at the Yule Ball. And in the box are these little wands that she made out of just dowel sticks. We painted them, and then she engraved on their Yule Ball 2011. And then on the back side, she engraved Mischief Managed, because that was kind of like our theme for the Yule Ball. Now, if you don't have the time, or you don't really just care for that idea, a couple other ideas you could do for party favors is you can get these little tiny potion bottles. This is the one I was carrying around on Halloween. That's why there's a drink me label on it. But you can get these little potion bottles. You can get them at Hobby Lobby or craft stores, wherever. And I thought it'd be cool to fill them with different colored glitters, preferably blue or silver or white if that is your theme. And then you could just write the name of your guest on the label instead and maybe put that on their plate or beside their plate, and then they can just take that little potion bottle home with them at the end of the night. So next we're going to move on to decorations. Now you can do pretty much whatever you want, but what I would suggest is make it as kind of like Christmassy festive or like Winter Wonderland festive as possible. Lighting, lighting, lighting. I cannot stress how important lighting is. Now, you can make your own enchanted ceiling. I will leave a link below to show you how to do that. Just by using these lights that light up. They run on batteries, and by putting some invincible string on them and a thumbtack and tacking them to your ceiling. So just white lights you find in the Christmas section, like behind me. as you can see in this picture, we just bought like a net light and hung it behind the table, and it looked really beautiful. Also, just strings of lights, just all along the ceiling, all along the room, which is wherever you can put them. Lighting is so important because it just sets the mood for the entire thing. I would also suggest using the Yule Ball jars, which I made a tutorial for that, and I'll put the link down here. Also, I came up with a new idea, a little different twist on the Yule Ball jars. I figured it'd be a nice kind of not only lighting, but if you don't like any of the other party favors I showed you, you could do this. Okay, so first you're going to start by taking some masking tape and just completely covering the top of the jar. Or the bottom, however you look at it. Then you're going to take your stickers and just put them on the jar to spell out the message you want. Now you can do the Yule Ball 2012, or you can just put someone's name on it if you want. Then you just take some silver spray paint and go over the jar really lightly with just one coat of the silver spray paint. Once it's dry, it only took mine about 15 minutes to dry. It depends on the paint you're using. You just peel off the masking tape from the top and peel off your stickers. Now once you pull off the stickers, I stuff the bottom with blue glass beads, and then just stuff the whole jar with lights, just like I showed you in the Yule Ball jar tutorial. And then you get this. If you want to make it a party favor, I figured you could personalize it. You could put Yule Ball 2012 if you want. You could just put people's names on them instead of Yule Ball, or you could put Yule Ball and then on the other side put the name of your theme, like we had Mischief Managed. Now these Yule Ball jars you can have just sitting all over your room, just for more lighting where you might have a little darker areas. And you can have them as a centerpiece on your table if you want to get some bigger jars, and you can just kind of put them wherever they look good. If you are using them as party favors, you can just direct people to their light with their name on it, or the one that you want them to have, and just tell them, here, this is your party favor, you can take it home, or you can just tell everybody, hey, pick one and take it home. Now also for decorations, you're going to want to, I thought it'd be cool if you hung like snowflakes from the ceiling, or just kind of like tape them to the wall. Also, you can buy these bags of fake snow. They're like fake snow blankets, and you can just cover your furniture or like your bookcases, bookshelves, whatever you want in these fake snow blankets, and that gives you more illusion of a winter wonderland. Now also, we took just white sheets and covered chairs. We used the white tablecloths for our table, and it just looked really pretty just to cover everything in white. It just makes the room kind of glow even more. Now your tableware. So for plates, we went with just some white china plates we had. Silverware, we used blue and I think it was silver flatware that we got from the dollar store. Pretty much everything I'm going to show you comes from the dollar store. So that kind of helps your Yule Ball be affordable. We also used these very beautiful blue glasses that we got at the dollar store too. Our colors were blue and silver and white just because that rang more Yule Ball for us. So that's the colors we went with. And with the lights, because we had so many lights hung up, it just looks so beautiful. We also, instead of using just our serving bowls that we had laying around the house, we got these beautiful silver serving trays and some clear plastic serving trays from the dollar store too. And it just kind of helped make everything look more elegant and like a ball. Now also, as you can see in the picture, we had little shot glasses of these blue glass beads. But I thought it'd be cool if you have a craft store around, you buy little potion bottles and put the blue beads in those. And that can also work for a party favor if you'd like to, or they can just be decorations to have by each plate. And the blue glass beads are also what I put on top in the bottom of the Yule Ball jars that I showed you. Now we get down to your food and drink. So, if you're having a bigger Yule Ball event, you might want to have it catered, but there again, you might want to charge for tickets if you're going to have something catered, because it's more of an expense. Now, all the food we had, we just made in our kitchen. And we had lasagna was our main dish. We had mashed potatoes, stuffed mushrooms, pasta salad, and then for dessert, we had this. Is this amazing cake topper I found at Walmart, and it was like $5. Now, if you're having more people than we had, you might want to get the actual cake, but I just bought 2 of these cake toppers because I knew it'd be enough for our little group. But if you don't like the idea of a cake, you can just have, pastries or pies or, whatever you think people coming to your Yule Ball would like. Now, drinks. We had pop, we had fake champagne like the Welch's, fake grape juice. And then we did have a couple alcoholic drinks just because some of us were of age, some of us weren't. So that's why we had both options. Now the main event of our Yule Ball drinks was a drink called the Goblet of Fire. And the ingredients are and hopefully if you do it right, it turns out like this.
That's gonna taste weird.
I'll drink it if you don't drink it.
Whoa! There we go!
Now, if you don't feel like cooking real food or having it catered with real food, you could just stick to snacks. Now, for activities, it really depends, again, on how big or how small your Yule Ball is. For instance, since ours was small, we really didn't have a dance. It was more of a Yule Ball party than a Yule Ball ball. We had our dinner was our first event, and then we went on to the balloon trivia game, which we used blue and silver and white balloons, and we just left them laying all over the floor, which just kind of added to this cool, more decoration thing. So if you don't know how to play the balloon trivia game, you take a bunch of Harry Potter questions and you write them out on slips of paper, you put them into unblown up balloons, and then you blow them up, time off, and then when you come to the actual game, you split it into 2 teams. Usually you have a scorekeeper. And then each team, it depends, you can do it a couple different ways. Either one team, one member pops their balloon and asks their teammates that question. If they get it right, they get the points. Or you can have one team pop the balloon, ask the other team the question. If they get it right, they get the points. But if they get it wrong, the team that popped the balloon has the option to answer the question and get the points if they get it right. Now, if you do have a trivia challenge, you can have a main prize for the team that wins. Or if you're doing separates, you can have each person pop their own balloons, answer their own questions, and collect their own points, and just award a trophy to the one person at the end of the game. Now, for other activities, you can also have Harry Potter CNET, other Harry Potter games. It doesn't really matter. You can have viewings of the movies if you want, or just like the Yule Ball part of Goblet of Fire. Now, music. If you're going to have dancing, which I would strongly support if you're having a Yule Ball, have dancing, because who doesn't love to dance? It's music. Always stick to your wizard rock. I mean, there's some really good wizard rock out there. You got your Oliver Boyd, you got your Ministry of Magic, Alex Carpenter. Just go look up wizard rock bands and choose the fun, dancey kind of songs. Throw in maybe a couple Christmas songs, more upbeat ones. And, of course, just throw in the songs that you'd love to dance to anyway. Just like any other kind of prom or wedding dance or whatever. You know, sure, have your usuals in there, your cha-cha slide, your Cupid shuffle. But definitely throw your wizard rock into your music playlist if you're going to have dancing. Now, to promote your Yule Ball, you can make up flyers, just send out invitations. It depends on how personal you want it to be. If it's a big event and you want lots of people to come, make flyers. If it's a semi-big event to a small event and you want only the people you know coming, send out invitations, obviously. But you could also make wristbands that say like Yule Ball 2012 and then the name of your theme if you have one. And you could send those out with your invitations if you want, and that could be your ticket into the Yule Ball. I would make sure to plan in advance enough. Hopefully this video is enough help in advance for anyone planning a Yule Ball. But yeah, just make sure you plan in advance so that people can clear their schedules and make sure they have that night off, possibly the next morning if you need to. Now, of course, formal attire or dress robes is absolutely required. Because honestly, if you're having a Yule Ball, you gotta dress up, you gotta look, you know, like you're going to prom almost. You're going to a ball. You have to wear formal attire. Well, thanks guys for watching. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you guys get some ideas for what to do for your Yule Ball. And if you are going to hang up mistletoe at your Yule Ball, just make sure you have some nargle charms hanging around too, just to keep them at bay.